Hi guys, I'm back because I just want to read one more polar story to you so that you have it over the weekend if you wanted to take a look at it. Merrick Jones came to our morning pre-K meet because I didn't talk about this project yet, but he had his done. And this is something that's in your folder that you can work on today or over the weekend or even next week, because we're going to talk more about polar animals. But in your folder there was the planet Earth, which is the planet that we live on. So you have a paper that looks like this, and it kind of goes along with our globe, which is also a model of the planet Earth. And our Earth has land and it has water. So an easy way to look at this planet and know the difference is maybe if you used green or brown markers, the parts, they look like puzzle pieces that are on the circle. Those are the parts that are land, and there's parts over here. The rest of it is water. I think there's more water on our planet than there is actually land. So just to show the difference, if you wanted to make this poster, you can use markers to color the land and then leave the water blue. And then you can cut the Earth out, and you can glue it on the gray paper. I put gray paper in your folder, and you can stick it on. And then with the help of a grown-up who will probably, or maybe a big brother or big sister, who will probably help you read the words, there's North Pole and South Pole and Arctic and Antarctica. And those will be labeled on this paper, and it'll go along with what we haven't really talked a lot about yet, but we will. The top part of the Earth is the North Pole, and it's also known as the Arctic. The bottom part of the Earth is called the South Pole, and that's Antarctica. And these are two of the coldest places on our planet. Antarctica is the coldest. There aren't many people that actually live in Antarctica. The only people that are there are scientists who are doing research, because it's so very cold down there. And in my last recording, I talked about true facts about polar bears, and polar bears can be found in the Arctic, and penguins are found in Antarctica. And some people think polar bears and penguins live in the same places, but really penguins actually live in the south part of our planet, and the polar bears are more up towards the top. It's too cold in Antarctica for polar bears to live. So we just want to read this story to you, and it gives you some information about polar animals, and that's what it's called, polar animals. And this is what I was talking about. That's the planet Earth. Polar animals. The North and South Pole are the coldest places on Earth. Sorry, I'm moving so you can see the book better. Animals that live in snow and ice need to keep warm. Some have thick fur, some have fluffy feathers, some are big and fat. Lots of polar animals are white, so they can hide in the snow. And this is a couple of pages of riddles. I'm large, I'm long, I'm very strong. I look very cuddly with my furry feet, but I get hungry when I smell fresh meat. There's a close-up look at his eyes, his nose, his ear, and his furry feet. What am I? Yes, I'm a polar bear. I'm hairy, I'm scary, beware. Do you know what that animal is? I have whiskers and tusks. I'm wrinkly and fat. I can sleep in the water, and that is that. And what is he? A walrus. I'm a snowy owl. I live in the ground. I fly over grasslands. I don't make a sound. In winter, my fur is thick and white. It keeps me very warm. In summer, my fur turns gray and brown. I can hide and be safe from harm. And that's true. This is an Arctic fox, and they do change the color of their fur based on the season to help protect themselves. You know what that is? It's a seal. I'm a seal. See my smooth skin? My flippers help me steer and swim. I make a hole in the ice to catch fish to eat. I jump in the water when I hear bare feet, because we know that polar bears love to eat seals. So if they hear the stomping feet of a polar bear, they hide. You know what they are? Penguins. We're black and white penguins. We're birds who cannot fly. Did you know that about penguins? They can't fly. We'll learn true facts about them too. We can leap and dive. We can swim and slide, but they can't fly. What do polar bears eat? We know that they love to eat fresh meat. Which polar animal has whiskers and tusks, the long teeth, or walruses? Where do snowy owls live? And on that page it said down in the ground. Can a penguin fly? Nope, they cannot fly. They can swim and slip and slide, but they can't fly. What does a seal use its flippers for? Helps him steer and swim underwater. And what color is an Arctic fox in the summer? And we just talked a little bit about the fact that they change colors to brown in the summer. And that's it. That's a little introduction about some of the polar animals we'll be talking about. And if you want to work on your planet Earth, I put the word Earth in the middle of it because it kind of labels it. And you can do that too because the word is down here. So if you wanted to cut that out, color the land, cut out the circle. And if you wanted to cut out the label and stick it on, you can. You don't have to. And then if you want to cut out these word boxes and have a grown-up help you read them, you'll be able to label North Pole and South Pole and Arctic and Antarctica. And that's it. We will learn a lot more about polar animals. I have a whole big collection of books when you come back on Monday. Have a good weekend.